how he stopped me? I could have been like, oh, well, wait a minute. I'm just trying to get my opinion. Why you know, they want something to find and stuff like that. But to me, Kevin Samuels is a man of, when I say he's a relationship coach or he's a hypocrite or something.
Not a hypocrite.
I wouldn't say no. I'm just trying to go back off what Vivica Fox said. I don't think he's okay. If you're constantly telling women that they should be married by this age and they should be doing this and having children and have their careers or at least have a husband, because it sounded like he wanted 22 or 23-year-olds to hurry up find a husband.
Okay.
And college wasn't really important. You're just supposed to follow the man. And then, you know, was he a hypocrite? I'm not going to call him hypocrite, but some of the things that he was saying was kind of hypocritical.
Okay.
Because, okay, you want me to be married. Are you married? No. You know, so that's the kind of questions that you start asking. But my thing about Kevin Samuels, I listened to him a whole lot. And my thing about him was, don't preach something that you want and you can't do it for yourself. Or don't talk about how you want a high value man, but don't want what comes with a high value man. Because high value men, a lot of them cheat. I'm not saying all men cheat. High value men cheat. Why? Because they have options. It's like pretty privilege. You're a pretty girl. It don't matter if you are. That's why it don't matter. That's why these pretty girls are getting flued out by toads with chains. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, money is it makes you look pretty. So it's like pretty privilege. So if I'm a pretty girl and I got all these guys in my DM, or I got all these guys in my face, or guys buying me drinks, it's because I'm pretty. If I was ugly, I wouldn't have that. That's how women look at men's bank accounts. Oh, you're broke, you're ugly, I don't want to deal with you. Not all women, some.
Right.
But, oh, you got a lot of money. He might be ugly, but that don't really matter because he can take care of this. You know, oh, okay, he's cute.
And when I get ready, I can leave him.
Right. Once I get everything that I need, or my wealth, or my fame, or whatever, I don't need him no more because I really ain't like him in the first place. I was just trying to take one for the team.
Right.
So, my thing is, and then women, I'm sick and tired of women saying, oh, he cheated on me. That's because you found homeboy in the club and y'all was just vibing. If he has no moral compass, like he's not holding himself to a higher standard, or he's not following God, or he ain't never opened up a book, you can hold a man to a high standard and hold a man accountable if they cheat on you that's practicing the word of God. I can hold you to that. But if I just meet you in a club and all you want to do is vibe and you have no moral compass, I can't hold you to nothing. So expect that person to cheat.
I understand what you're saying, because if you meet someone that has a foundation and they're rooted. Oh, I'm sorry, baby. And they're rooted. Put it up there for me. I can't. And they're rooted, right? You know.
Why don't you just turn it this way?
Yeah, and then bring it this way. Yeah. That's good. Man.
I already did. Look at the road.
It's up to you. That's all.
I get it. I already did. Look at the road. You can drive me.
So, what I'm saying, baby girl. Oh, get me back to, because you threw me off by doing all this. Now, what were you saying?
I'm saying I'm sick and tired of women saying, oh, he cheated on me, and that's the guy that has no moral compass. Like this. I remember it's this podcast with B. Simone and this girl named Megan. I forgot her last name. It's called Know For Sure Podcast. She was talking about how, let me give an example.
Right.
A guy, you know, ladies, a guy says, hey, you know, y'all been going together, whatever, y'all dating or whatever. Get in my car, get all your stuff, let's go. And you like, oh yeah, my man finna take me, whatever. Like, yes, let's go, babe. Get all your stuff, let's get in the car. Just throw it all in the car. Okay, I get in the car. Hey, you don't see no GPS, no nothing. Hey, babe, where we going? I don't know. So you don't have a plan to where we're going. So no, I'm not getting in the car with you because you don't know where we're going. And I say all that to say they were talking about you need to find somebody who has a plan. You need to find somebody, even if they don't have, and this is, I'm not gonna lie, this is my problem. Like, a lot of people don't talk about this. They always talk about, oh, I just want to know what I'm gonna do with my life. I know what I want to do with my life. It's the starting point where I don't want to mess up at. Because I feel like if I mess up at the starting point, that's going to prolong my process to get to here. I need to grow the root so my branches can start, and then my leaves can, you know what I mean? So I'm not getting in a car with a man that don't know where he going. If you know you want to, let's say, okay, you want to be a rapper. Okay, what are you going to do to invest in that? Because that's really hard to do. You have to, it's a lot of consistency. It's a lot of putting yourself out there. It's a lot of that. So what are you going to do to make sure that you make it? Right. And then what do I have to do to support you? Right. Okay, there's that. Oh, I want to do real estate. Okay, well, are you going to the classes? Do you have a friend that does real estate? Are you looking it up online? Like, put your words to action. Don't just say you want to do something and just don't do it.
Right. Have some objectives.
Have a plan, because I'm not getting in your car if you don't know where we going.
Right. So it's like the blind leading the blind.
Exactly.
And you don't want to do that. And
then the ladies, they gonna hate me. Y'all wonder why y'all end up pregnant and in an apartment that you pay for, that he living in, and that's because you hopped in his car. He said he was going to do all of this, probably marry you, probably got another girl pregnant, baby on the way. Like, do not fall in love with potential, and do not fall in love with untapped potential. You can see the potential in somebody, but baby, I need you to do something. I need you to make me believe that this is going to happen. And even if you got to have hustle in you. I don't care if you working at the gas station. You're going to be bringing some type of money in, because a man that don't work don't eat.
That's right.
And I am not. I help you for a little while, but after a while, women get sick and tired of that. So, and I ain't gonna leave you and kick you while you're down. That's one thing about me. I'm not gonna do that. But my thing is just, ladies, find somebody who has moral compass. Even if you don't believe in God, find somebody that has a plan for their lives. And if they don't include you in their plan, don't look to get married to this man. Don't look to build a foundation with this man. And all Kevin Samuels was just trying to teach y'all, God rest his soul, be smarter. Like, y'all picking these undesirables and all this other stuff and wonder why y'all getting into the situations that y'all getting into.
And let me say this.
Your self-worth is more important than
right.
somebody bringing you a new Birkin bag or something like that, and just having sex with you and then buying you stuff, or y'all be giving it up for free.
There you go.
That's another conversation for another day.
But let me say this. The reason why women get disrespected the way they do is because they don't keep to themselves. And then my thing is, y'all don't even respect yourselves. And I'm not saying it's like it goes, women say, oh, I want a man to respect me, but you shaking your booty on Instagram. Oh, he called me a hoe. It's because you're acting like one. Oh, what is wrong with people? Going over into the lane with their dumb selves. He's not even paying attention. Then he looking at me like something's wrong with me. Not even paying attention.
Yeah. I don't got time for the nonsense. But yeah, like, Kevin Samuels was just trying to give y'all the facts. Was just trying to give y'all some clarity. Was trying to give y'all the truth. Women, you shouldn't be overweight. You shouldn't let yourself get like that.
But some of that stuff is medical.
Some of that stuff is medical, but you can take care of it. A lot of heavy set women say, oh, I don't want to be this way. I need to lose weight. Okay, then do it. And don't say you're going on a diet. Just make it a lifestyle.
But then you have some women that we're not leaving right now.
Oh, Dad, when I pull up to work, I'll go.
No, we're not leaving right now.
No, because I like the...
Can we get...
Go ahead, Dad.
Thank you. Monet.
You got to 11...
What time is it now?
11:30. Because I like to clock in early.
All right. So, what time is it?
It's 11:25.
So, as I was saying, and then we're going to get back to how people treat people after they pass. Women get treated the way they get treated because they don't respect themselves. How do you respect yourself? You keep to yourself. How do you keep to yourself? You keep your legs closed. Because once you open up your legs, you open up a whole lot of possibilities. And what are those possibilities? You get pregnant. You may get a disease. And this has nothing to do with me. These are facts. And then not only that, once a man goes into a woman, that's when intimacy starts. Even before that. But you have your mental intimacy, and then you have your physical intimacy. The mental intimacy is when the man starts to think about being with you intimately. All right? So it could be delusional, you can say, or what was reality, and what's the other word opposite of reality?
Perception?
Yeah, it could be perception, but what's fantasy? Oh. So a man can have a fantasy about you and want to
partake in that fantasy.
Yeah, partake in that fantasy. There you go. That's right, Monet. Want to partake in that fantasy. So we want to make that a reality, which means want that fantasy to come to fruition. So that right there is the mental intimacy. But once you allow that to happen, once a man goes into a woman, that's when it unlocks Pandora's box. And Pandora's box is all those emotions that get tied up in.
And it's called a soul tie. So, everybody that you've been with, women, that person has literally a piece of you.
That's right. That's right.
That's just what it is. And then not only do they have a piece of you, you have something from them. And I'm not talking about diseases or anything like that, even though wrap it up because it could be that. But their spirit, like, you ever wonder why, like, you be like, oh, why am I sad? Like, why am I depressed? It's that spirit that you allow to.
That's right.
Not only touch you.
That's right. Go in you.
Like,
yeah, you have spirits. That's why certain people act a certain way and they have multiple personalities, because they allow so many men to violate them.
Right. And then sometimes it's not even about the man going in. It's not even about like men or intimacy. Sometimes you can't let everybody be around you. You can't let everybody get a piece of your energy. You can't let everybody into your circle. Like, some people don't mean you well.
That's
Whether
right.
It's a relationship, a friendship, sometimes people just be jealous, just want what you have, and just be trying to jot stuff down like, oh, she do this, she do this, she do this. How can I mess this up? How can I mess this up? How can I? Because I had friends like that.
Wow.
I had one friend like that.
Move over some a little bit.
Wanted everything that I had, and I'm looking at myself like, what do I have?
Right.
Her vibe. She can attract so many guys. How does she do it? Mm-hmm. Her family looks out for her. Her family protects her. They love her. I want that too. That, like, even though I wasn't looking at it like that, people made me see it like that. I'm like, You know what? It kind of makes sense, because this person would be the first one to look at my story on Instagram. This person would be the first one to call me in the morning, like, why are you calling me at 7:00 a.m. like wondering who I talked to today? Like, that's weird.
Yeah. But look, check this out. Getting back to
protect your peace.
Yeah, to get to the and that's valid. That's a valid point that you made. But getting back to what we were talking about, and I'm going to talk about this in depth later on, but let me just say this: no one has the right to say the reason why a negative, or maybe not a negative, but a situation happened is because of karma. Now, if you're going to say that, then because you are so perfect, there's nothing that you did that was wrong, and you'll never have karma come back on you throughout your 20 years.
I don't think he had a heart attack. I think that woman probably killed him. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh, wow.
Because I know people have heart attacks out of, like, it can happen like that, but who was with you when it happened?
And you know,
and why isn't she being considered, you know?
So
you could give people something to have a heart attack.
So this may need to be investigated.
Because he literally went live the night before
that happened.
Like, and I watched.
But you have to remember, he had Hawkins disease.
Yeah.
And he talked about that on Vlad's interview.
I know.
And Vlad, he interviewed him very well. Shout out to Vlad.
All right, y'all. I got to go to work. Have a wonderful day. And we'll continue this conversation.
Yeah, so remember, you heard it first on the Daddy Daughter Radio Show. We had Daddy Daughter Time with Mel Daddy and... All right, y'all take care. Bye for now. Well, actually, we're going to stay on. Because... that was Monet, and she was giving her opinion about what took place as far as the conversation concerning, I believe it was maybe 4 women, 2 women, 3 women. I don't want to call any names. However, it isn't good to judge someone's shortcoming for when you point the finger at one person. When you point the finger at one person, and then there's a lot of fingers that's being pointed back at you, because if I'm not mistaken, it was slide in the family stone. And hold on for a minute. Let me see what this is. Hello? Okay. So what I was saying was that you don't judge people, and you don't say the reason why someone left to be present with the Lord is because of this, that, and the other, when you don't know the facts. And if you know a person was a social media guru and you only saw a couple of his presentations, maybe you saw every last one of them, but you should have been able to get some real positive information out of that. Because let me tell you what Kevin Samuels talked about. He talked about relationships in the black community and how African American women view their men. Hold on for a second, let's see what's going on here. about African American women and how they treat African American men. Not all, but there are some women out there that are looking for men that are making six figures. You have to be making six figures. And if you're making six figures, whatever you consider your values, your principles, your morals, and your standards, then you're compromised those for those six figures. And this is what African American women do. Not all, but some, right? Some people may say most because of the money, because they want to have the nice dresses, the nice clothes, the nice house. They want to live the lifestyle of Atlanta Housewives. And I'm sure if you watch Atlanta Housewives and watch what I say, I'm sure that was the prime example of ladies with class and decorum. Elegant women. Women that spoke and speak eloquently. Women that you would be proud to say, this is my wife. This is my mother. A woman or women that represents poise and beauty. So if you understand what I'm saying, without me saying it, Kevin Samuels talked about African American women and how they treated and viewed African American men. Like Monet said, the average man makes $40,000 a year. Good men. But you got to have a six-figure man. I mean, a six-figure dollar man, a high-value man. And when you're up there like, and I'm gonna say his name, TMT. Is that, yeah, brother from the Money Team. I don't know him personally, but you know, he does his thing. He's like a modern Frank Sinatra. A modern Frank Sinatra. He's doing it his way. And that's what Frank Sinatra says. I did it my way. That's what Frank Sinatra did. And that's what my man Floyd Mayweather, they call him Junior, is doing. But when you're looking for a high value man, you got to deal with high value men that are dealing with other women. They gonna bring you up, and they can take you back to where you came from. And that's okay for you, and that's okay with you, and that's okay for some women. And that's the gentleman that's making $40,000 will take you and treasure you and treat you like the queen you're supposed to be treated like. I'm not going to say you go for Satan, but you go for his package deal. That's what you go for. You go for his package deal. And let's get some light in here. The reason why I say that is because you have made money your source. remember, the love of money is the root of all evil. But let me get back to the young ladies that are saying certain things about a gentleman that now is in the dirt. You had ladies that called this man and thanked him for bringing information to light. I don't know how the information helped her, but nevertheless, it did help her somehow. And she called Kevin Samuels and thanked him. When someone has an opinion, they have an opinion. As long as that opinion doesn't go against the law. What Kevin Samuels did, he did nothing unlawful. He said what he said based on statistics, like Monet said, and factual information. Now, there could be different agendas on this. One agenda could be she didn't like Kevin Samuels for whatever reason. Well, that's evident for the simple fact that if you listen to her presentation, you hear how she's talking. The other could be someone came to her and said something to her about him, and she called herself protecting her girlfriend.